Good morning, NGA. This is a best of 3 match with my Niv BO3. Playing versus Sky 20. See how it goes. Just hope there's no mana issues and I get a good first game in. I will play first. Okay, with the Sulphur Falls I've got good mana, I've got the treasure map, and I can get to the mana for Enigma Drake, so it's looking good. So I'll keep. I'll lead the Sulphur Falls. It's early, so I'm not playing the mana. And then I will follow up with the treasure map, which will allow me to fly into. I've got the dive down as well, which is handy. So we've got green land. Here I have a native bear mountain, so mana's looking good. Let's put the treasure map down. No spells and such, which is, but I'm fairly happy and patient of going against mono green. Golgari into a Forest Palace, so drawing some removal. Steam vents, not ideal, but I can obviously get the Enigma Drake out as protection. So we're going to be facing tokens, I think, with the super. So maybe migration or something. It'll ramp. So we're going to be facing a Carnage Tyrant in the future, no doubt. So yeah, we're not getting. I need to then try and scry into some spell, if possible. More land. Don't need more land now yet, so let's just ship that one to the side. It can come in fact. We have the mana for dive down, so let's just pass the turn. It's handy having the treasure map scrying because at some point in time we can start to scry into. It'd be good as well to get the Freely's, when it hits its last chapter, will pump the salad, but it still won't be big enough to take out the Drake. So far so good. I just want to start drawing into something else. We've just a bit too much land at the minute. So fungal infection. I guess functional infection just to get the extra. Is there a follow-up for removal? Or is it just to get the token? They're still on 4 mana, so I'm expecting like a vicious offering. Okay, -2/-2, so dive down. Handy having the dive down. Keep it alive. Again, we get damn land, so. Oh my goodness. Well, you never really legislate for additional land. The good thing about the land is that when we eventually get to, which I hope will happen in this game, to Niv, you'll come out It was good to have the dive down to protect them. It made sense to so swank is standard. Lightly removal, probably not, so let's block. Okay, so second Drake, but we need to really try and draw into some removal if we can. Oh my goodness, would you believe it? More land, never mind. Soldier on. I can get more. Now we have stacks, so oh, we have draw of course now. So the advantage of here is now we have all the mana to do the draw, card draw, which we're going to need because we're just flooding out so badly. But at least I have a second Drake. Here comes Spore Swarm. So removal obviously shrink down. Valid. Let's get more land down. Plenty of land. Let's try and draw into something better. As I said in the deck tech, card draw in Magic the Gathering is so important. Here we can get rid of him. So just with the addition of a few okay, I'm doing double the damage they're doing, so the race is definitely on. Currently is in my favour. They'll have removal. No. So even with all that land flooding, you can see the power of the treasure map, and people were asking about treasure map and how good is it and whether you use it, etc. But we had because we need to worry about things like Carnage Tyrant, etc. Although Lightning Strike was useful there, I'm happier to pull in to have an extra lava coil. I want both the negates for Carnage Tyrant. Probably Essence Scatter, probably. Right, so what we are going to get rid of here are the Planeswalkers. They're a bit slow. I'll probably expansion, possibly. I'll what I want to be able to do, obviously when I sideboard I want to leave the core of the deck intact, so all the flyers. Treasure map will remain in because, you know, it's always handy to be able to ramp. So we're 59, I need one more. What I might try, I don't think we need any more removal. Banefire it's not really a controlling deck, so what I want to be able to see is put in one of my gravitic punches. So even if we have a smaller Drake, being able to do that extra damage, and it's got so I think this is a decent sideboard choice going into the second match. We already won that shot, which I think was fortunate. Against Golgari, it was a token version of Golgari, which is probably not the strongest Golgari build. I think the Explorer Golgari builds are stronger, but by putting in the extra lava coil and having some counters, particularly Okay, I mentioned there about Carnage Tyrant, and of course Carnage Tyrant can be countered anyway, but I think it's just useful to get some, it'll work against the other spells they have. So here we don't have all our mana, but we got Expansion, Explosion, we've got Dive Down, we have a Drake, so we have the Phoenix as well, so I think this is usable. I just need to wait for my third land and things should be gravy, as they say. I'll lead out with the island, so Dive Down is available, but we need to obviously get to being able to cast the Drake out, so I need one more mana. Second Drake, which is good, but we're missing mana for the minute. Just need one more land to... and there we go, so we've locked into being able to get Drake out. No spells yet again, but I'm confident I can have an early enough defense. And once I start drawing the spells, here's a Shepherd, create a token, so we'll start to get some damage in, but it'll be token damage. There's our land, so it can end for tap. We don't need to bring it online straight away. I can bring... Now I guess I could have gone untapped and then there would be... But I'm not worried about things like... and he hasn't got the mana yet anyway for... here's the slime itself. Quite a similar thing. But now I have the Phoenix. So the good thing about having the Rekindling Phoenix is Rekindling Phoenix doesn't rely on any protection. I've got Dive Down to protect it anyway, and of course it's got pretty much built-in protection. No attackers I don't need to, but I wasn't doing any damage anyway. So I can't see this not being a decent run, but I don't think the opponent's deck was necessarily helping them this time. Once I start getting spells, which surely will come at some point, we can get all the Drakes out, and I think it's going to be difficult. The only thing is, I forget the name now, but Golgari does have the nest up. Okay, here's Tender Shoot Dryad, which so I really need to be trying to race now for the damage. I think I can do it. I just need to go into some of my spells. Of course, oh my goodness. Well, the Craftling Drakes at least gives me a card draw, so I hope I can... Some removal, there's removal. Let's go in with the Phoenix. I can take out the Tender Shoot Dryad and start to do damage. So I think we should be fine. It gets a bit scary with these trees, and there's a bit of reach. I don't have the dive then available.
Are much more reliable
She'll
than
obviously
humans.
use. I'd imagine she'd use for removal. Yeah,
Feel the wrath of Scala.
Okay, she hasn't gone for the Kindling Phoenix knowing that it's going to come back. So obviously I can avoid taking the majority of this damage. And then I can shrink them down, lava coil. So, you know, it's 16-16. We can let that resolve. Take that out. I'm also going to copy it. The other big threat is the Slimefoot, so the Slimefoot can go as well. I still have the protection for dive down removal, and the opponent's seen enough. So wow, that was nice to see. Quite an impressive display from the Izzet deck, tournament deck. So as you might imagine, guys, I'm really looking forward to playing this for real, but of course I'll be interested to see what the matchup is and who the deck is facing. At least this time it's quite a quick video. You don't have to listen to my monologue for long this time, but if you watch and follow the deck tech, I hope you stuck with it, because there are some messages in there to some of the NGAers. You're a great team, and this tournament is really going to set NGA on fire. So once again, Squidder Dragon is thanking the participants, Kucho, Holy, all the team behind this. I've offered to support them with any admin, etc. So that offer still stands, guys, but really looking forward to this tournament, and that match shows you why I'm excited to be able to play. Even with the mana flood going on in the first game, just being able to have the Drakes out for defense, and then once you can protect them, you've seen some of the tech going on in terms of being able to use, I protected in the first game. So I think, and that's obviously Andrew Sullivan's tech, but there's nothing wrong with net decking if you're doing the right thing and just trying to come up with your own ideas. Anyway, thanks for watching. Squidder Dragon out.